Back to Edgar High School as the Tomahawk Hatchets back on offense. Now 3rd and 11 from the 30-yard line for the Hatchets on their second offensive possession. It'll be just 8:35 to go here in the first quarter, and Edgar with a 14-0 lead. Split near side is Ty Gerstenberger. Double back splits behind Winninger again, and he's going to toss it back to Benbinster and go nowhere. A loss of maybe another yard. Max Benbinster has been a dominant performance. Winninger. And back to receive will be Carson Butt and Caleb Haferman. Back to punt again is Winninger. Another great punt, or high spiral punt. That one will take a tomahawk bounce right down the sideline, and a great punt by Winninger. And it will be Edgar football at the 17-yard line. Great punt there by Winninger, and that's where Edgar will take their second offensive possession. Began things with a 75-yard kickoff return by Caleb Haferman, and then after a 3-and-out, it was a 50-yard touchdown pass from Carson Butt to Brock Handrick. 1st and 10 from the 18. Going left to right here at Edgar High School. The Wildcats lead 14-0 with 7:30 to go. The receiver to the far side, Drew Gooden. And a handoff on the counter play, untouched, past the 25 and still untouched. Haferman will get ripped down at the 26-yard line, and it will be a gain of 8. 8 more for Haferman, and it's 2nd and 2. And that counter play by the Wildcats. Tomahawk unable to find the runner right away. And with the burst of speed that Haferman has and the speed that they have, it's tough right now for the Hatchets. Same formation. Receiver far side, split backs behind Carson Butt. Under center, he's going to give it right back up the middle and has room, does Will Rates, and breaks a tackle. And he's going to start going backwards again, and he makes it to around the 40, 39-yard line. Going to back up maybe 38. And another 12-yard gain. Edgar moving the ball right along. A couple of runs here in their second offensive possession. 1st and 10 from the 38, 6.5 to go in the first quarter. We'll go through the games around the area again in just a little bit. Back again. Split back formation. Pass attempt back. Has him down in the middle of the field, and it's intercepted! Ty Gerstenberger with the interception on Drew Gooden. And there is a penalty flag back at the 28-yard line. A great defensive play by Ty Gerstenberger, and it looks like it's going to be coming back. Wait for the official ruling. The head guy looked like he was pulling at his neck. So it might be horse collar. No, a shot to the head of Carson Butt. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty and a 1st and 10 on the Tomahawk side of the 50-yard line. So an interception erased by roughing the passer. A shot to the head of Carson Butt. Going to give it right back up the middle. And a good job that time by the Hatchets to rip down Will Rates for just a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 from the 45. And coming off the field now to get his helmet figured out, the lineman for the Wildcats. 5:35 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 Wildcats. Split backfield again. And gonna hand it off. No, play action pass, but rolls to the 50. Has a receiver, that's Gooden again. And caught, comes back to it inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. And another first down. 28-yard reception. And it's going to be first and 10 at the 18-yard line. 5:10 to go here in the first quarter. Edgar ahead quickly, 14-0 on a kickoff return for a touchdown and a 50-yard pass on the first play of scrimmage for the Wildcats. Split back formation again, but underneath or under center. Hands it off again, and a great job by the Hatchets defense as Haferman is stuffed. A gain of a single yard up to the 17-16, a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 now from the 16.
We got a gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
4:35 to go. A lot of teams northern part of the state have rescheduled their games for earlier, but back to pass again and finds the receiver out of the backfield. That's Haferman. Spin move at the 10, inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. But was in trouble in the backfield, but found Haferman out of the backfield. And it's first and goal.
That was a 9-yard gain.
First and goal at the 7-yard line. 8-yard line, first and goal. This time under center is Caden Higgins. 3 back behind him. This time he gives it again to Rates. And gets it inside, close to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6. A gain of 2. Like I said, a lot of schools in the northern part of the state push their games up earlier, just in case of some rain coming and storms coming tonight, but it looks like it's going to be holding off for quite a while. Last look was around at midnight was the best chance of rain and storms in Wisconsin again. 2nd and goal from the 7. Under center again is Caden Higgins. And hands it off on and inside the 5. Nice job by Edgar, by Tomahawk to stuff Carson Butt. And inside the 5 to the 3.5. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. So Tomahawk doing a great job inside the 10-yard line in their goal line formations. Higgins under center again, full house formation. Under center again, claps there and toss to the far side. Has room and he gets tripped up. Nice job by the Tomahawk Hatchets to stuff the runner. And it's going to be 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. Wyatt Winninger with the tackle. 4th and goal from the 5. And we'll see what Coach Jerry Sins wants to do inside the 5. Let's see what they looks like they're going to try for the field goal attempt. Austin Miller back to kick. It would be a 21-yard field goal. Sit down and a great kick through the uprights and good. And it's Edgar 17 and Tomahawk nothing. We'll step aside, come back from Edgar High School right after this.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Back to Edgar High School. Austin Miller ready to tee things up. A 9-play drive for Edgar results in 3 points. A great goal line stand by the Tomahawk Hatchets. Again, kicking left to right. It's Austin Miller and the Edgar Wildcats up 17-0 with 1:38 to go in the first quarter. And from the 40, another great kick. High end-over-end kick. It will be taken from the 5-yard line on the far side. And slips at the 20-yard line, and that is where the Tomahawk Hatchets will begin things here on their third offensive possession. 2 straight 3-and-outs. And with 1:33 to go in the first quarter, it's 17-0 Wildcats. Some other games going around the area. If you didn't hear us before, Hortonville is at Marshfield, Abbotsford at Marathon. That is one of the games that start at 6 o'clock. Altoona at Colby. Neillsville Granton is at Colfax. Spash looking to pick up their first win of the year. They are at Kimberly. Assumption is at Loyal. Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln is at Oshkosh North. Rocheltz is at Pittsville. Under center again is Whittinger. And gives it right back up the middle. And a couple of yards on that one. Right back up the middle. Bedminster, 2 more yards and another carry to his name. Second and 8 from the 22. Tomahawk has struggled to move the ball so far. 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Whittinger will be under center again, split backs. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Cody Jablonski in the slot. Underneath is Whittinger again. He's going to play action pass, and Edgar read that perfectly. And down for the sack, that's, I believe, Alexander Thompson. Adam, excuse me.
For a loss of 6. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 14.
And it'll be 3rd and 14 from the 16-yard line. It will be, that will be the last play of the first quarter. Well, maybe not. See if the Hatchets will decide to run. 10 seconds and counting here from Edgar. Whittinger. And it's going to be a delay of game. So 2.1 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Tomahawk will back up 5 more yards. Edgar 17, Tomahawk nothing. We play in right at the end of the first quarter. It'll be 3rd and 21 from the 11. Whittinger under center. They will not roll the clock. The last play of the first quarter. Back to pass to Whittinger. Across the middle, and nothing doing behind his receiver. And that will do it here in quarter number 1. Edgar started things off with a kickoff return and then a 50-yard touchdown pass on their first offensive possession. Edgar 17, Tomahawk nothing. We'll be back after this from Edgar High School.
Automotive serves Marshfield and Central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Back to Edgar High School for this Marawood Conference opener between Edgar and Tomahawk. Tomahawk will be punting from left to right now. From the 11-yard line, it is 4th and 21. A quick score update from Pittsville and Rosholt. Pittsville leads 7-0 in that conference opener in the Central Wisconsin South Conference. Winninger back to punt. And another spiral high over, and Haferman will take it. And he's going to get ripped down immediately by Jablonski. Did not have the chance that time, did Haferman, to get over to Carson Butt, and loses good 5 to 7 yards on the fake reverse, or if they were going to reverse or not. But Edgar will take over 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Some more great field possession for the Wildcats. 1st and 10, but again under center. Receiver split far side. Near side will be Brock Handrick. He'll be the tight end. Split formation again. They're going to toss it near side. Another great block and tackle there. Mason Stout with the 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 from midfield. That'll be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 49. Tomahawks 49. Stout, last week's Zaleski Sports Show player of the game. Mondovi and Edgar. Interception return and a kickoff return. Again under center. 2nd and 6 from Tomahawks 49, 11-10 to go in this first half. And a little mishandle on the handoff, but able to come up with it and gain 4 more yards. Will Rates with 4 more.
That's a gain of 3.
Gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 46. 10:50 to go in the first half. 17-0 Edgar. Under center again with Brock Handrick, the tight end near side. Split backs again. They're going to fake the toss, find the wide open Stout, and he's going to have room. Make a couple of people miss and get dragged down at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Stout with a 21 more yards on the pass completion. And that was one of the top things that, again, Coach Sims wanted Edgar to do this week, is pass efficiently. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Tomahawk 25-yard line. Near side will be Gooden. 2 back. Handrick moves up and gets on the line. Gonna go right back up the middle to Rates as Tomahawk goes down and gets him around the legs, and a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 20.
That's a gain of 6 yards. Gonna bring up 2nd and 4.
Oh, they'll give him 6 on the 2nd and 4 from the 19. 9:40 to go here in the 17-0 Edgar Wildcats. Wildcats struggling to get the right personnel. Got two receivers split out beyond the formation now. Back to pass. Screen again, and it was read perfectly by the Tomahawk defense. Jordan Tomaszewski with the tackle. And from the 21-yard line, Tomahawk read that screen perfectly. And coming back in will be Simon Brame. Near side is Jacob Mueller. Split backs again, full house except for the receiver near side. And option for Butt. He's going to get it past the 20. And it will be a yard short, a gain of 5. It'll be 4th and 1 from the 16. 4th and extremely short. The ball will be on the far hash mark. 8:25 to go in the first half. Split backs again with Brock Handrick. Off the line is the tight end on the near side. They're going to back to pass and had him wide open and dropped pass there by Kyle Brewster. Had him open. Brewster took his eyes off the ball for a split second, and it'll be a turnover on down with 8:06 to go in the first half. From Edgar High School, it is Edgar 17 and Tomahawk nothing. Tomahawk will take over here with 8:06 to go in the first half. Edgar giving them a giving them a gift on that play. Brewster dropping the ball. Near side is Cameron Olson, the receiver. Under center again is Winninger. Back to pass. He's going to be a run the whole way for Winninger, and it will be a loss all the way back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 7 on the play. 2nd and 17 with 7:45 to go in the second quarter. Edgar 17 and Tomahawk nothing. Week 3 of the high school football season already. Opening Friday night of Marawood Conference football. Near side is Gerstenberger and Cody Jablonski. Under center again is Whittinger, and run right up the middle and eaten alive is running back by the Edgar Wildcats. Scholes goes nowhere. And it'll be 3rd and 17, no gain on the play. Just under 7 minutes to go here in Edgar. Be 3rd and 17. We play in the second quarter. Great Edgar contingency on hand tonight. Good student section along the fence behind the Edgar bench. 3rd and 17 with 6:35 to go. Under center again. He's going to back pass, and it'll be a pass completion to pass the 15 to the 16-yard line. And it will be a gain of 7 or 8 yards. It'll be a gain of 8, and it'll be 4th and 9. Just over 6 minutes to go. Winninger again back to bunt. He has been phenomenal as the punter for Tomahawk tonight. Back to receive again is Butt and Haferman. And again a high spiral kick. Butt will take it. He received it at the 40, runs backwards to the 35, comes near side, and an ankle tackle on successful, and it will be 1st and 10 for Edgar at the 47-yard line. So again, one of those plays that Edgar does on punts, come all the way near side, try the reverse, and nothing doing on that one for the Wildcats. Just past 7:30 here in Central Wisconsin. You're watching Edgar Wildcats football on Zaleski Sports Show, Tri-Media, Focus on Marshfield. Not quite sure which one we're on, but all three of them. You're watching Edgar Wildcats football. Steve Mays alongside Stephen Okonek here at Edgar High School. The Wildcats lead 17-0 with 5:38 to go. 1st and 10 from the 47. Pistol formation again, back to pass, play action pass. Has his receiver, and it will be caught, dropped by Brewster. Nice job there by Cody Jablonski. Was beat on the play, but the pass was underthrown, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 47 with 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Don't forget to check out Zaleski Sports Show Facebook page and ZaleskiSportsShow.com for highlights from games around the area tonight and score updates as well. Pistol formation again but that one is off of the center. Bad snap and a fumble, and Tomahawk will pick it up. It'll be Tomahawk ball and a turnover for the Edgar Wildcats. It was a disaster from the beginning. A snap that hit off of the center, but was unable to corral the ball. And once he did, he got hit. The ball came loose again. And it'll be Tomahawk's ball, 1st and 10 from the Edgar 41, their best field position of the night. See if Tomahawk is able to punch it in. 5:22 to go. They'll have the ball inside of Edgar territory. No team has used a timeout yet. We play in the second quarter with 5:22 to go. Winninger under center again. Split backs behind him. And a disaster from the beginning by Tomahawk on that play. Running backs were going up the middle, and nobody was there for the play action pass. And it will be 2nd and a loss of 3 back to the 44-yard line. So it'll be a loss of 2. 2nd and 12, under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Edgar 17, Tomahawk nothing. They led things off like they did a week ago with a 76-yard kickoff return by Caleb Haferman. 2 receivers split near side, under center again. And it's going to be a penalty, another delay of game, and 5 more yards. It'll be 2nd and 17. Tomahawk had fantastic field position to start this drive, and they have gone backwards on their last 2 plays. Not even a play. It was a delay of game. 4:35 to go. It'll be 2nd and 17 from the 49. 2 receivers split near side. Under center is Winninger again. He hands it off up the middle, and a gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd and 15. Scholes ripped down. Ty Gooden with the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 15 from the 47-yard line. Edgar does a very good job in substituting and rotating their linemen and players all around. 4:05 to go in the second quarter. 17-0 Edgar. 3rd and 15 from the 47. Under center is Winninger again, gives it to his running back. And Bedminster gains a couple more, and a little more manageable for Winninger again to punt it away. It'll be 4th and 12, gains 3 more. And Winninger will be back to punt again. This is a big opportunity for Tomahawk to pin Edgar back even further. Winninger stands at his own 45-yard line. And he will take it. A high punt way out of bounds and did not go very far. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. That one went out of bounds. Flew out of bounds at the 41-yard line. 41-yard line.
Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
A net punt yardage of 0. So they'll be at the 42. 1st and 10 from the 42, 3:18 to go here in the second half. An opportunity for Tomahawk to pin Edgar back, and Winninger just kicked it. Again, pistol formation, 2 receivers near side. Back to pass, gives it to his runner up the middle, Rates inside Tomahawk territory, past the 50, and it'll be a 1st down. A gain of exactly 10 yards to the 48. 1st and 10, Edgar Wildcats. A little bit of a draw play there from Edgar. Just over 3 minutes to go. Winninger is shaken up a little bit. He will gingerly come off the field. An official timeout to get Winninger off of the field. A little gingerly holding his leg. He's now knelt down on the far side. Pistol formation again. Back to pass. And a great Rates. And that was going to be over the head of Haferman and out of the stretch of Haferman, and incomplete. 2:45 to go in quarter number 2.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Edgar has a big game next week. They will host the Auburndale Apaches right here at Edgar High School. It is now 2nd and 10 from the 48. The 2018 and 19 school year is about to start in central Wisconsin. That is next Tuesday, September 4th. Under center again is Butt. A couple of play actions. And on the far side is Haferman. He breaks. That is not Haferman. That's going to be Mason Stout. A gain of 3, and it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 40, or gain of 2, excuse me. That is 3, 3rd and 7 from the 45-yard line. Tomahawk has shown some good resilience here in the second quarter, not allowing Edgar to do much at all. 2:05 to go. Splitbacks again. Near side is receiver Jacob Lipinski. And it's going to be a great job. I don't know if he got the 1st down or not. Brewster, and they will give him the 1st down on the forward progress. A gain of exactly 7 yards and maybe an inch. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 1:50 to go. Tomahawk will receive the kick to begin the second half. Again, under center is Carson Butt. And they're going to flip it to Rates. And he's got blocks in front of him. He's going to use his blocks. He's got it to the 15, the 10, to the 5. Made a couple of defenders miss and into the end zone. Will Rates goes 38 yards using his blocks and maneuvering through the defenders. And just like that, it's 23-0 Edgar. A 38-yard gallop for Will Rates. Austin Miller in to attempt the PAT. They will try for a single point after touchdown. So thought Tomahawk would have an opportunity to pin Edgar back. Austin Miller will try and tack on a PAT. And it's going to be through the uprights and good, but there is a penalty offsides on Tomahawk. And that was before the play. That was before the play, so they will have to kick again. And they're going to, Coach Sintz is going to say, try the PAT again. They won't go for 2. Miller again. PAT attempt up through, and it is no good. So he made the first one, missed the second one, and that is no good. Edgar 23, Tomahawk nothing. We'll step aside, come back, and get the next kickoff with 1:23 to go here in quarter number 2. Tomahawk had an opportunity again to pin Edgar back, and a missed kick by the punter Willinger, and Edgar goes 59 yards, and including a 38-yard touchdown gallop by Will Rates. Another touchdown for him. Coming into the game, he had 14 attempts, 108 yards. Edgar now leading 23-0. And offsides by Tomahawk on the PAT, and Miller back to kick again. He will kick it from the 40, from left or from right to left now. Race from right to left, his first kickoff here in the second quarter. High end over end. It will be returned from the 20, from the 16, taken again to the far side, and Haferman drags him down at the 28-yard line. We'll see if Winninger comes back out. He was shaken up on the last defensive drive. We'll see if he's coming back out or not. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28. And they will have the new quarterback. It's going to be Nick Wiseman. Wiseman, the new quarterback, after Winninger still getting worked on the far side. 1st and 10 with 1:16 to go, and they're going to give it up the middle. Gain 2. Up to the 30, and it'll be 2nd and 8. Ben Binston with 2 more yards and another attempt. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 2. Edgar 24, or 23, excuse me, the PAT missed. Edgar 23, Tomahawk nothing. Tomahawk has shown some good defensive work in the second quarter. Weissman under center, and back to pass, and he's going to be gobbled up back at the 25-yard line, 26-yard line, loss of 5. The clock will continue to run, and that should do it here in the first half. It'll be go back to third and 12. And it looks like Tomahawk will just run things out with under 5 seconds to go. First half dominated by the Edgar Wildcats. Started things off with a kickoff return and then a 50-yard touchdown pass. 25-yard or 21-yard kick by Austin Miller, and then a 38-yard touchdown pass by, or touchdown run by Will Ratz. We're going to step aside. Edgar is leading 23-0 at half. We'll step aside, come back with more football from Edgar High School.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
We know how a bank bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chile, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chile, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, We have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota Powerful, Precise, Proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Back to Edgar High School, where the Edgar Wildcats lead the Tomahawk Hatchets 23-0 here after one half of play. Steve Ames alongside Stephen Okonik here at Edgar High School. You're watching Edgar Wildcats football on Zaleski Sports Show, Tri-Media, and Focus on Marshfield. Just about 5 minutes before get things kicked off again here from Edgar, and it has been all Wildcats so far. No first downs for the Tomahawk Hatchets in the first half. The big question is, will Wyatt Winninger come back to play in the second half? He was banged up on Edgar's final touchdown drive in the first half, and then Nick Wiseman came in to quarterback the last couple of plays at the end of the second quarter. Scoring got off to a quick start for the Edgar Wildcats again this week. Much like last week, they returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, this time 76 yards by Caleb Haferman. The point after touchdown was no good as they tried for the 2-point conversion, and it was unsuccessful. And then a 3-and-out by the Tomahawk Hatchets and a 50-yard touchdown pass from Carson Butt to Brock Handrick, a 50-yard touchdown pass, and the 2-point conversion on that one was good. It was 14-0. And then on the next drive, a 21-yard field goal by Austin Miller was good. And then no more scoring until the last drive for Edgar, a 38-yard touchdown run by Will Rates, and the PAT on that one was no good. That gets us right here to a 23-0 score. The Tomahawk defense has been stingy at times, however, especially in that second quarter, giving up only that 38-yard touchdown run to Will Rates. A fumble by Carson Butt. A fumble by Carson Butt, the only turnover so far in this ball game. There was a interception, but called back for a penalty to Carson Butt that resulted in that field goal later on by Austin Miller. About 2.5 minutes left until we get ready for the second half, and we're gonna we'll be back right after this from Edgar High School.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, We have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota Powerful, Precise, Proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement. V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Welcome back to Edgar High School, where the Wildcats lead the Tomahawk Catches 23-0. After the first half, Tomahawk will receive the second half kickoff. Austin Miller will be kicking from right to left, it looks like, to begin things here in half number 2. A couple of yard totals. Edgar had 202 unofficial yards, 95 on the ground, 105 through the air. Edgar will kick from the 40-yard line from right to left. Winninger, not quite sure if Winninger will be out there or not. He does not have his helmet on the far side, I do not believe. I'll have to see when the Hatchets come out on offense. And there's a big end-over-end kick. And that one will go out of the end zone. And Winninger's night, it looks like, will be done. So Nick Wiseman will be the quarterback now for Tomahawk the rest of the way. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Nick Wiseman under center. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. We get things going here in half number 2. Edgar 23, Tomahawk nothing. Under center is Wiseman. Wiseman just a 5'9" senior. Small for the quarterback position, right back up the middle and stood up at the 20-yard line and nothing doing for the Hatchets. And Carson Butt will be credited with the tackle. No gain, 2nd and 10 from the 20. Edgar will host Auburndale next week, next Friday, the first week of the school year. Tomahawk will host Stratford next week. They took care of Shawamigan yesterday, 68-6. Stratford picking up their first conference win of the year. Wiseman under center and takes it and will fall forward for a gain of 4. Willie backs Bedminster. A gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 24. Tomahawk 2-0. 2-0 coming into this one. They beat Rhinelander in week 2. They beat Shiocton in week 1. Last year, these two teams met up in Tomahawk. Edgar pulling off the 44-0 win a year ago. Left to right goes Tomahawk. Gives it under Bedminster. Gets to the first down of for the Hatchets here in this game. So 1st and 10. Past the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 7 on the run. And the first down for the Hatchets here tonight. Just under 10.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Under center again is Wiseman. Wyatt Winiger hurt earlier, or at the end of the first half. And it looked like the whole offensive line would dive right back up the middle to the 35 and a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd and past the 30, a gain of 4, and it's 2nd and 6.
We'll bring up 2nd and 7.
The announcer said 2nd and 7. Scoreboard says 2nd and 6, but they started the drive from the 32, 2nd and 7 from the 35. Moving right along is Tomahawk. Under center, gives it right back up the middle and goes nowhere. A gain of maybe a yard. No, they'll give them 2. So it'll be 3rd and 5 from the 37. So plowed his way right through that defensive line. And it'll be 3rd and 5 from the 37 with 9:05 to go here in quarter number 3 from Edgar High School. Opening Friday night of Marawood Conference football action. Week 3 of the high school football season already. And on the far side, Bedminster falls forward for a gain of 5, and he's going to pick up the first down. Looks like they had him behind the line, and he fell forward, and it's going to be a first down for Max Bedminster. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 42. So a pair of first downs for Tomahawk here on the opening drive of the second half. Talking to the Tomahawk radio guy before the game, they had a 7-minute drive to open things up against Rhinelander last week to open up the second half. And Wiseman's going to gain a yard on the quarterback keeper. He kept it on the option, and it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 43. 3 high school football games are already played, and these kids haven't even gotten to school yet. 7:50 to go here in quarter number 3. Just like that, just over 4 minutes already gone by. 23-0 Edgar. Under center is Wiseman, 2nd and 9 from the 43. Gives it right back up the middle and goes nowhere, a loss of 1. They might give them the forward progress. They will, so no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 43. No gain on the play. And with 7:15 to go, they'll run it all the way down to 7 minutes. A 5-minute drive here for Tomahawk to start things. Here in the second half. So 7 minutes to go here in the third. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Split backs again behind Wiseman. Under center, gets it, an option. They're going to take it and drops the ball, and Edgar will come up with the fumble. And it will be the second turnover of the game, 1 apiece now, and Edgar will take the ball in great field position at their own, or at Tomahawk's 38-yard line. Tomahawk was moving right along, a couple of first downs, and then a misplay on the pitch. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 38 with 6:46 to go in the third quarter. Carson Butt will be under center. Receiver near side, that's Jacob Lipinski. And they're going to give it to Haferman up the middle and drags a couple of tacklers to the 35 and a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 35. Well, looks like they'll give them 4. They'll give them 2nd and 6 from the 34. Just under 6.5 minutes gone by, or to go, excuse me, here in quarter number 3. Receiver the far side is Jacob Miller. Again under center is Butt. They play action pass, and he's got a lot of green and a huge hit, but it will be caught by Brock Handrick. A big hit on the far side, but Handrick's able to bring it in. And a gain there to the 23, an 11-yard gain, and it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 23, under 6 minutes gone by here in quarter number 3. Near side again is Lipinski. 5:40 to go. 3rd quarter. Under center again is Butt. They're going to give it right up the middle and breaking a couple tackles. Can't see his number. That's Haferman. And pass inside the 10 and inside the 10 to the 7 to the 8-yard line. A gain of 15 for Caleb Haferman. 1st and 10 now. 1st and goal at the 8. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats at the Tomahawk 8-yard line. So Higgins under center now with 3 running backs in the backfield. That's Rates, Butt, and Haferman. Under center, gives it to the quarterback, Butt, and he's going to run to the outside. He's got room. He goes in the end zone for the touchdown. A huge hole on the right side for the middle back, and Carson Butt goes 8 yards for the touchdown run, and it's 29-0 Edgar Wildcats. Saw it the whole way, have a perfect vantage point from the press box up here, and Butt had a huge gap to run to the far side. Miller trying for the point after touchdown. 5:23 to go in the 3rd quarter, 29-0. And there's going to be another penalty and another offsides by Tomahawk. And that official coming over to talk to Jerry Sins. They're going to ask if they're going to take it on the kickoff or not. And they will put it on the kickoff. So they'll try it again from the 3-yard line. A 20-yard PAT. Miller has missed one tonight and has had a 21-yard kick. That one's going to be no good. Snap good, hold good, but kick to the far right. And it's Edgar 29 and Tomahawk nothing. We'll be back after this from Edgar High School.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
Back to Edgar High School, where the Wildcats extend their lead now 29-0. A couple of missed PATs by Austin Miller. It would be 31-0. He will have an opportunity to kick. They will kick it now from the 45-yard line because of the offside penalty on the PAT. 5:23 to go here in quarter number 3. An 8-yard touchdown run by Carson Butt. That time he was the running back in the triple formation backfield. And they'll kick from the 45, and Miller, a line drive kick over the head. Oh, that will be taken by Weissman, and he caught it in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line again for the Tomahawk Hatchets. They had just over 5 minutes on their previous drive. A fumble derailed that one for the Hatchets. 5:23 to go. Here in quarter number 3. Don't forget again to check out Zaleski Sports Show on Facebook and ZaleskiSportsShow.com for the some highlights from tonight's games, along with score updates as well. Now it's going to be Wiseman up the middle. Bedminster bounces to the outside, to the left side. He plows through the defender and gains 2. 2nd and 8 from the 22 with 5:10 to go.
Gain of 2 yards to bring up 2nd and 8.
Again, more games going on around the area. Hortonville is at Marshfield. That game can also be watched live streamed. Abbotsford is at Marathon. That game started at 6. Altoona at Colby. Spash is at Kimberly. There's a halftime score from Spash and Kimberly. Kimberly is only leading Spash 7-0 at halftime. 2nd and 8 from the 22. Wiseman under center. Gives it up to his running back. Lowers his shoulder and gains 6 more. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 28. Scholes picks up some yards on that one.
For a gain of 6, going to bring up 3rd and 2.
4:20 to go in quarter number 3. Assumption is at Loyal. Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln is at Oshkosh North. Rochelle is at Pittsville. The Panthers led that one 28-0 at halftime. 3rd and 2 from the 28, just over 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Just a pair of first downs for Tomahawk so far tonight. Under center, they're going to give it to Bedminster and lose a yard, and it'll be 4th and 3 from the 27. Let's see who they have to punt this time. Let's see what they decide to do. That's going to be Cade Winninger, the 6'2", 170 sophomore. Butt and Haferman back to receive. They're standing at their own. Butt is at his 45. Haferman at his 43. And a high end-over-end punt. Butt will take it. He runs back to the 45. He comes near side to the 40, back to the 45, and he's going to run out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Edgar at their own 46-yard line with 3:06 to go here in quarter number 3 from Edgar High School. The Wildcats lead 29-0. Not quite sure. Oh, there is a penalty flag on the far side. The lines have not moved. There's going to be a holding penalty on Tomahawk. He's going to come over and ask Coach Sins what he would like to do. Going to ask if they want to repunt or going to take it from here. And Coach Sins will take it from the 46-yard line. I think they're going to have to move it up. So a 10-yard holding penalty. They'll take it. They'll start at their own 44-yard line. So 3:06 to go in quarter number 3. Edgar 29, Tomahawk nothing. Edgar has only given up 3 points all year long, and that was the field goal last week to Mondovi. But in the pistol formation, 4 receivers spread out, 2 to each side. And that one's going to be thrown behind the, oh, that was close. It looked like the ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Edgar was very lucky on that one. Mason Stout dropped the ball, but that was well behind the line of scrimmage on the pass. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 44. 4 more receivers spread out, 2 near side, 2 far side, and Rates behind Butt in the pistol formation. 3 minutes to go, and they're going to give it to Rates up the middle. He's got room to the 35, the 30. He's going to go all the way, and Will Rates from 44 yards, and another touchdown for Will Rates, right up the middle. 44 more yards for Rates, and it is 35-0 Edgar Wildcats. A big hole right up the middle, and Rates was not going to Rates was not going to miss his opportunity to go 44 yards and get another touchdown for the Edgar Wildcats. 35-0 here in quarter number 3. Austin Miller back to try the PAT. Snap is good, and hold is good, and that one is good for Austin Miller. PAT is good after a 44-yard touchdown run from Will Race. It is now Edgar 36, Tomahawk nothing. We'll be back from Edgar High School right after this.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Welcome back to Edgar High School. Austin Miller's got it teed up again for the Wildcats. 44 more yards for Will Rates. He took it to the house, and it's 36-0 with 2:51 to go. A high end over end kick again. Miscommunication by the returners, and that one will bounce into the end zone for another touchback from Austin Miller. So now 36-0. Once the first play is run. Once first play is run, then the clock will continue to run the rest of the way. And once you get to the fourth quarter, no matter what happens, if the winning team is up by 35, even if the trailing team cuts into the 35-point lead, the clock will continue to run. So once this play is off and going, the clock will continue to run. A fumble on the play. Back, there goes Wiseman, and he's going to be ripped down and a loss of maybe a yard. And it'll be 2nd and 11 from the 19. Baumgartner with the tackle. And we might see some younger players in the fourth quarter for Coach Sins and the Edgar Wildcats. 2:20 to go in quarter number 3, 36-0 Edgar Wildcats. Two receivers near side, one spread out far side. Split backs behind Wiseman again. And they're going to give it to Benmister up the middle and gain a couple more yards back, and that's going to be a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 22.
Gain of 3 yards, going to bring up 3rd and 9.
1:45 to go. Under a minute and 40 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. See some of the varsity players for Edgar taking a knee around the 50-yard line marker, saying pretty much that their day is done. Some of the linemen and linebackers, and that one's going to be ripped down way behind the line. That's going to be a sack by Adam Hahnemann. So back to the 12-yard line.
A loss of 11 yards.
Loss of 11 yards back. It'll be 4th and 19 from the 11 or 12. And back to punt again will be Cade Weineman. Back to receive is Haferman and Butt. They stand at Tomahawk's 43-yard line. Now it's going to be up, miskicked again, and out of bounds goes the ball. See what the line judge says. He's going to stop right at the 30-yard line. And that will do it here for quarter number 3. The clock continues to run.
At the 30-yard line.
It will be 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Edgar Wildcats. So now Caden Higgins, the 5'9" junior, weighing in at 155 pounds, will take over for the Edgar Wildcats. In quarter number 3, we've played 3. Quarter number 4, excuse me. We've played 3 from Edgar High School. It's the Wildcats 36. The Tomahawk Hatchets. Nothing. Will be back with the 4th quarter after this.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Back to Edgar High School, and it'll be some of the reserves now in for the Edgar Wildcats. Caden Higgins saw some good time earlier on. He is the quarterback behind under center, and that one's going to be Kyle Brewster, and he's to the outside. He cuts in, and a touchdown, a 30-yard touchdown run for Kyle Brewster. And adding to the lead, it's now 42-0, Edgar Wildcats. And the guys that had their helmets off and are just going to be relaxing have to come back in and block for the PAT. Austin Miller, tad second late, coming out to get ready for the PAT. Just 10 seconds into quarter number 4, and Edgar has yet another touchdown. 42-0. Edgar Wildcats.
Edgar will try for the point after with Miller.
There'll be a PAT from Miller, has missed a pair of them, and a false start on.
Penalty flag on the play.
Let's see if it'll be a false start on Zachary Schutte. We'll have the false start. A update from Marshfield, the Tigers 21 and Hortonville 13. So Marshfield is continuing to put on a good show. In the last season, their home field. And now it's going to be up and a long kick and good. It is Edgar 43, Tomahawk nothing. We'll be back after this from Edgar High School.
What to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chile, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60.
Back to Edgar High School, where the Wildcats lead the Tomahawk Hatchets 43-0 with 11:50 to go here in quarter number 4. Got some score updates again. Marshfield is leading Hortonville 21-13. Kimberly over the Smash Panthers 14-0 after 3 quarters. Left to right, Miller, another high end-over-end kick, and that one will land into the end zone for another touchback.
And for a touchback, that's going to give Tomahawk the ball first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It'll be first and 10 for the Tomahawk Hatchets for the last here in quarter. Here in quarter number 4. So Wiseman will stay under center. And they're going to bring in some new defensive backfield and just got off in time. Wiseman under center, split backs again for the Hatchets up the middle, and going to gain of a couple for Max Benbenster.
Tackle by Brady Lemmer.
Second and 8 from the 22. So this fourth quarter should cruise right by as Edgar with that over 35-point threshold for running clock. Under center is Wiseman. Hands it off to the far side and trying to scoot through, and a gain of a yard. It'll be second and 7. So Edgar and now Stratford will be at the top of the Marawood after tonight's game. Stratford pounding Shawamigan last night 68-6. Spencer Columbus taking care of Fall Creek last night 49-16. Those are the 2 local games that took place last night. Wiseman under center. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Split backs again under center, and that one's going to be bounced to the outside by Scholes, and he's going to gain about 4 yards, and it'll be 4th and 3 yards to go at the 27. And I see what they plan on doing. It looks like they will punt again, I believe. Don't want to get the game too blown out as Weinman, Kate Waninger back to punt. And that one's going to be a line drive, and that one's going to be taken at the 40-yard line. Take a Tomahawk roll, and it'll be first and 10 from the 40-yard line. The clock will continue to run, and we'll keep it here from Edgar High School. Edgar will take a 43-0 lead with the ball and 9.5 minutes to go. For our upcoming live stream schedule, don't forget to check out ZaleskiSportsShow.com and check under the live stream tab. 9:10 to go. Higgins under center. And going to give it up to the 50. He's going to take it to the 40, the 30, and he's going to go all the way. 6 more for Mason Stout. And a 60-yard touchdown run for Mason Stout. And it's going to be 49-0 here in quarter number 4. So Austin Miller will put his kicking shoe on and make his way out to the 10-yard line. Get ready for the PAT. A 60-yard run for Mason Stout, last week's Zaleski Sports Show player of the game. And it'll be Miller. And it's going to be a false start that time by Will Rates. So 5 more yards for Austin Miller. See how far he can boot it. He's really had his kicking leg working for him tonight. Had a 21-yard field goal earlier on in the game to make it 17-0 in the first quarter. And it will now be a 25-yard PAT, and that one is way left and no good for Austin Miller. It is Edgar now 49, and Tomahawk nothing. We'll be back with more Edgar football right after this.
V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and Central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today.
Back to Edgar High School, where the Wildcats lead 49-0. A couple of missed PATs, however, for Austin Miller. Could have this game over 50. So Miller will be back to kick again. 8:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. End over end, and that one's going to bounce into the end zone. It was right on the line, took a Edgar bounce, and right inside of by the pylon, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Tomahawk Hatchets. Edgar will host Auburndale next week, right here at Edgar High School, and Tomahawk will host the Stratford Tigers. So doesn't get much easier for the Hatchets next week. 1st and 10 from the 20, 8:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Weissman has been the quarterback the last quarter and plus, and that one's right up the middle, and Scholes gets clocked, and a gain of 4. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 23. Wyatt Wenninger went out at the end of quarter number 2. Was shaken up a little bit. Edgar 49 and Tomahawk nothing here. We play under 8.5 to go at Edgar High School. Under center, Weissman gives it up to his running back and is stuffed. And no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 from the 23. 8 minutes now remaining here in tonight's game. With time continuing to tick here in quarter number 4. Under center is Weissman again. Receiver split out wide, and that one's going to be a take. A straight quarterback run, and it will be a loss of maybe a half a yard. No gain on the play, no loss on the play as well, and it's 4th and 7 at the 23. They'll punt it away here. Just a couple of first downs for Tomahawk tonight. It's been all Edgar and all dominance from the Wildcats. A couple of Wildcats stand at the Edgar 47, and another good punt. Now it's going to be Higgins, and that one will bounce out of bounds. They will run the clock, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Edgar at the 46-yard line. One thing that Tomahawk has done great tonight, that's punting. They had a pair of bad punts, but other than that, Tomahawk has, with the Wenningers, with Cade and Wyatt Wenninger, they are a couple of very good punters in their in their own right. So it's 1st and 10 from the 46. 6:10 to go. Under center is Caden Higgins. And they're going to give it right up the middle and gets tripped up past the 50. And Austin Dahlke with a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 48-yard line. 5:40 to go. Just trying to run this clock out are the Wildcats. 5.5 minutes to go. Under center is Higgins again. In unison they go down and right back up the middle and switches hands and he's going to take it. Brewster to the 20, the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Wildcats. 55-0. 48 more yards for Kyle Brewster and it's 55-0 Edgar Wildcats. Austin Miller has had to come off the field, put his kicking shoe back on, and he is got to go back out there and kick another PAT. Second half, all Wildcats. They're going to, not sure what they're going to, well, they couldn't find a tee. They couldn't find a tee for Austin Miller. And it's going to take a second for Miller. I don't know why they even have to huddle up. It's the same it's the same play every time. So they're counting now. And it's going to be a delay of game on Edgar. Couldn't find the kicking tee or the kicking block for the PAT and took that much time, and now they had to find the block and lost 5 yards. It's another 25-yard PAT. Down and way left, and again way left by Austin Miller. And it is, with 5:15 to go in quarter number 4, it is Edgar 55 and Tomahawk nothing.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Back to Edgar High School, where the Wildcats lead the Tomahawk Hatchets 55-0 with 5:15 to go. Here in quarter number 4. It was 23-0 at half, and Edgar has been dominant here all game, but has really been putting it on since the reserves have gone in. A high end overrun kick, and it'll be taken at the 5-yard line by Tomahawk up the middle. And it breaks a couple tackles, runs into a tackler, and takes it past the 40 to the 45, staying on his feet to the 48-yard line. 43-yard kickoff return by Benminster. Nice return there by Max Benminster. He has been their workhorse all season long so far, coming into this game already. In just 2 games, he had 48 attempts for 316 yards. And that doesn't take into consideration what he has done tonight. 4.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Got some local TV stations come, and this is a spotlight game of the week, and Edgar has put their school again on in the spotlight. Under center, and Weissman up the middle and inside Edgar territory, and a gain of 3. Be second and 7 at the 49. Under 4 minutes to go here in Edgar as we play. It is 55-0 Edgar Wildcats over Tomahawk Hatchets. 3:35 to go. Couple of receivers split out wide to the right. One on the near side to the left. Split backs again. And gives it to Decker. He passed the 40. Inside the 40 and to the 39-yard line. A gain of 10. And it's the 3rd first down of the game for the Tomahawk Hatchets, and they are going to try and punch it in. Going to try and punch it in before this game is over with. Edgar again has only given up 3 points all year, and that was to Mondovi last week in their 43-3 win against the Buffaloes. 2:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. 55-0 Edgar. Under center is Wiseman. Gets the handoff up the middle is Scholes. Past the 35. Has an offensive lineman continuing to push him past the 35 to the 34. And a gain of 5 more. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 34. 2:20 to go now. Clock continues to run. These two teams play next Tuesday. The JV is up in Tomahawk. Again, the first day of school on Tuesday. Nothing going on Monday, Labor Day weekend. And gives up to Wiseman. And Scholes past the 33 to the 32, maybe the 31-yard line. A gain of 3 more, and it's going to be 32 from the 31. Under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 4 from Edgar High School. .140, so 100 seconds to go here in this contest. Edgar will improve to 3-0 on the year and 1-0 in the Marawood. Tomahawk will fall to 2-1. Up the middle, Scholes to the 25. Keeps his feet moving to the 20 and another first down with 70 seconds to go in this one.
That's a gain of 11. We'll give Tomahawk a 1st and 10.
1:05 to go here in this ball game. Tomahawk going to try and punch it in. 60 seconds to go. Clock running. Tomahawk again falls to 2-1, 0-1 in the Marawood. Edgar will now be at first in the conference, tied with Stratford. He's going to get up to the 15, just before the 15-yard line, and it'll be a gain of 3 or 4. And hobbling off the field is Cody Scholes. No, that's not Scholes, excuse me. That's Gunnar Millard, a lineman. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 16. Winninger, near side. This will be the last play of the game. Scholes has it, cuts up. Another nice tackle by the, got all wrapped up and twisted up at the 10-yard line, and that will do it. A gain of 6. Edgar winning 55-0 here tonight. It was 23-0 at halftime, and able to roll off 32 more here in the second half with a 55-0 win. We're going to step aside for a couple minutes, come back, and wrap this thing up here from Edgar High School.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Back to Edgar High School, where the Wildcats finish off the Tomahawk Hatches 55-0 tonight. It was 23-0 at the half, and then it was all Will Rates, in the second half. A couple of long touchdowns, and then the JVs got in and took care of business as well. Mason Stout and Kyle Brewster with a couple of long touchdowns in that fourth quarter, and Edgar finishing off 55-0. Edgar improves to 3-0 on the year, 1-0 in the Marawood. They will host Auburndale next week right here at Edgar High School. Tomahawk falls to 2-1 on the season, 0-1 in the Marawood. They will host Stratford next Friday, and that game you can watch right here, live streamed with Tomahawk and Stratford. Stephen Ochnick will be headed up there to Tomahawk to cover Stratford and the Hatchets. So we're going to sign off here from Edgar High School. It is, once again, the Edgar Wildcats 55, Tomahawk Hatchets 0 for our producer, Stephen Ochnick. I am Steve Maves, and we will talk again soon.